Hello, fellow pirates. Welcome back to Dreadlock Gaming. Today I want to talk to you about another junk build. Similar to the flooding build, but it's a lightning build. Now that the Heavens mandates are out, it's another stationary tank build. It can take a lot of damage. It is a bullet sponge. It's a fun little build. I like it. I think it works better in PvE against with the lightning damage. I've used it a couple times in PvP, the stationary lightning tank, and pretty good. It's done the job. It's done it quickly and it's done it slowly. It can take chunks off of other players pretty quick. Now, something else I want to go over with you is I do have a Discord that is dedicated to the channel. It will be in the link below. So if you want to come and join me on the Discord, I will be covering Skull and Bones, and tomorrow I will start doing content on Space Marines 2. Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. Looks like it's a fun game. But let's get into this build. The ship we are using is the Junk. And the reason we're using it is because of its perks. The Provoke, weapon hits within 200 meter range, apply taunt. Applying taunt, ships make vulnerable 50% increased damage to weak points from all sources. Increases brave strength by 150, brave strength recovery by 25%. And endure. It's good for boss fights, good for group fights where you can stay stationary. Plunders and whatnot. Receives 2% less damage per attack each time incoming damage is embraced. This effect can stack up to 20% and expires if no damage has been braced in the last 12 seconds. Inflicts taunt charge on hostile targets within 125 meters while bracing against hits. So, even if you're not attacking it, if you're bracing against hits and stuff is close to you, they will end up building up taunt and eventually get taunt. And whenever they have taunt, they do 50% less damage. Now, let's get into everything else. The weapons we are using is the Heavens Mandate all the way around. The reason we're using it is Wrath, or Heaven's Wrath. If a target is afflicted by the electrified status effect, hits have a 15% chance to summon a devastating lightning strike that deals 1500 electrical damage. It happens quite often. That 15% actually feels more like, say, 30, 35%. Because it happens quite often. You've got 8 shots on your broadside, 4 shots on the front. 2 on the back is where it's lacking. But to max out maximum efficiency, you get the most out of the guns and the ship with the ship's defense and the damage from the weapon. That's why we're going Heaven's Mandate all the way around, and we're not using Divine Thunder on the front and the back. Because I want to max out the damage that you can do with the weapons. Now, we are using the Crouching Tiger because this is a tank, and we want to apply that taunt. And applying it from a good distance, the Crouching Tiger is where you go. Now, the armor we're using is the Phoenix Crest. And the Phoenix Crest is now craftable if you have done the new season quest line for this week. And the reason is the Reveille and Gloat. Every hit received while bracing will build up the taunt status effect on an attacking enemy. Gloat increases brace strength recovery by 100% for each enemy with the taunt status effect that is actively targeting your ship, up to a maximum of 10 ships. That's 1,000% more brace strength recovery if you have 10 ships that are actively targeting you. So the more you taunt, the more are going to attack you. furnitures, we are using the iron capstan because 15% reduced damage straight across the boards while you are anchored, and 100% increased threat generation while you're anchored. We're using the spirit lockers because more damage, or more reduce stamina depletion whenever you have a status effect on you. Increased brace strength, that means more bracing. Increased armor by 7%. Braced gunnels reduces incoming secondary damage by 50%. So if they're hitting you with piercing, say if they're hitting you with the lightning guns, any lightning gun, that's lightning damage and probably piercing damage. Those are the secondary damages. Cut in half by 50. And if you do have to move and you need to stop real quick so you get the effects of the braced gunnels and the iron capstan, then you can do it really fast with increased deceleration whenever you drop anchor. Beam supports for 7% more health and 7% more armor rating. Amber coating station to increase this charge rate of your Stormstruck status effect. It increases the duration, which means you quicker to be able to get the lightning strikes for 1500 damage, and a longer lasting ability to get the lightning strikes for 1500 damage. And the Culverin works. That's increased secondary damage by 19%. That's 19% more lightning damage. So that's the build for you. Now we can go over where to get stuff. Heaven's Mandate, that you can get those out of the chest from the dragon bounty, or you can craft them from a blueprint that you get from the Huntmaster at Lenitra. Crouching Tiger comes from the black market. It's 450 sovereign. The armor, you can craft it now. You can get the blueprint from the quest, this week's season quest from Rama. Iron capstan, you can craft it at the Carpenter. Culverin works, you can craft at the Carpenter. Spirit locker comes out of the black Aria chest from the Huback twins. Braced gunnels, you could get from the level 16 Lee whenever it was randomly spawning. I think somebody told me that they have it and they never fought Lee, the level 16 Lee, so it does have other sources. I think you have a chance of getting it from the level 11 Lee, or you might have a chance of getting it from a convoy. Beam supports, I think that comes from a convoy. Amber coating station, you can get from the dragon's chest. You can also, I think there were a couple, you got a couple of them from the season pass. So that's where you can get everything to build this ship. Now let's take it out for a test run. Let's see what we have available. We could go do, I don't feel like doing La Peste. There's only 4 minutes on Vengeance. We have a minute and a half left on Remorse. We could go do one of the twins. I haven't tried a twin yet. AR level 14. We could go give that a try. Yeah. We got 49 seconds before this one spawns. So let's go do one of the twins. We got a little bit of time. I like the build. I think it's a pretty good build. I think it's a fun build. I've had a lot of fun playing it since I built it yesterday. So we could go do Lee, level 11 there. But we have a twin spawning right here, so we are going to fight a twin. Hopefully he doesn't run all over the place. Oh, he just did a bunny hop in the water. That was interesting. Brace this. We got a lot of ships. Ooh, he glitched on us. He keeps bouncing around. That's weird. Why are you running? Oh, God, shots that you just eat through whatever you're fighting. And we got a wide RA chest. We got a hat. So we can turn that in. Destroys the twins. They used to be a little bit tough last season. They were soloable, but completely and utterly super easy. I don't know if they nerfed them a little bit. Not sure. But you can just sit there and tank and be a bullet sponge. That's what I love about the stationary tank build. It can take so much damage and not even bat an eye. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Come and join me on my Discord. Link will be below. Remember, never give up the ship.